bong bing bong, bing bong bing bong, bing bong bing bong, bing bong bing bong, bing bong bing bong, bing. Hi guys, my name is Bunny Blue and I'm here today to do my first vlog, and I'm gonna do my book haul from August. So if you don't know me, I do a book blog on WordPress. You can find me at bunnyblue.wordpress.com. Link will be below. And I read and review books, and I have weekly rants, and I like doing it, and I appreciate everyone that follows and likes my posts and reads them. And so I'm gonna try doing a vlog. Let's see how it goes. Hey. So August I got a lot of books, and I've been gearing up for fall reading, which is mainly a lot of horror books. So yeah, I'm pretty sure 100% of these books, or at least 90% of these books, are going to be horror books. But let's get going. All right. So the first one I'm super stoked about. I actually already read and finished, and I have my book review up. Posted that yesterday. Check it out. But it is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, and I have been wanting to get this book for almost a year, and every time I go to Barnes & Noble, it's out of stock, and I'm like, ugh. And then it wasn't worth getting the ebook because it was still the same price as the regular book, and I only like to get the ebooks if I'm saving a significant amount of money. But really stoked when I picked this up, slammed through it. It's awesome. It's about these two best friends in their sophomore year of high school, and it takes place in the 80s. So there's like so much like 80s nostalgia and stuff in it. It's so great. And they party with like some of their other girlfriends on a weekend, and one of them goes away from the group into the woods, and she comes back and something's not right with her. So her other best friend is trying to figure out what's wrong with her because she might be possessed. But it's very cool. I really loved it. It's such a fun, quick read. Check it out. I also picked up Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. Really stoked to read this book. It's like a haunted house kind of book, but it takes place in like in an IKEA kind of store, and three co-workers decide to work it overnight and see what's really going on. So I can't wait to check this out, and it's like kind of cool the way it's set up. Like some of the chapters, it looks like manuals for like putting together furniture and stuff for your IKEA stuff, which God knows that's a pain in the ass. Oh God. Next up, I just started this one. I Wish I Was Like You by SP Miskowski. And I kind of like walked by this, and it was kind of a cover impulse buy because I thought it looked cool, but actually then I read the back and I'm like, oh, okay, this is probably gonna be cool. It's about this girl in her 20s, and she comes home from work and there's a dead body in her apartment, and she realizes it's actually her and she's dead. She's trying to figure out what the fuck happened to her because she's like, I did not kill myself. And it takes place during like 90s grunge area Seattle, and so I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be a lot of that kind of nostalgia, Nirvana kind of stuff going on. So pretty stoked about this one. I'm only a chapter in, so can't really give you much more than that, but can't wait to finish that. I also have Heartsick by Chelsea Kane. And this one keeps popping up on my Goodreads, like for, you know, books that you'd like for horror. And then I came across it in a used bookstore, and I was like, hey, it's like 99 cents. Why wouldn't I get it? So I'm kind of stoked to read this. It's about like this female serial killer and this detective that arrests her and puts her in jail. And now there's more killings going on, and they kind of correlate and like mimic what she did. And it's kind of like, it sounds kind of like Silence of the Lambs, except gender reversals. I don't know. I'll see what this is like, but I'm pretty stoked to read this. I also picked up this one, Black January. I also got signed by the author when I went to Necronomicon in Providence, Rhode Island in August. If you've never heard of Necronomicon, it's very cool. It's a Lovecraftian convention, so it's starts on a Thursday, ends on a Sunday, and they do it every other year. And it's just like everything H.P. Lovecraft related, like panels, all the vendors, everything like cosmic horror. It's pretty fucking cool. Check it out next time it comes around. You can, save your pennies. It'll be back in 2 years, so you got plenty of time. But anyways, I went by one of the publishing tables. What was it? Journal Stone. And the author was sitting right there. And this is the first book in, I want to say, a trilogy, but don't hold me to that. I know the second book is coming out in October. But Black January takes place in Boston, which is really cool because I live in that area. So I'm like, oh, I love reading stuff that I'm like, oh, I know exactly where this is because I live there. That's pretty dope. But anyways, this takes place in Boston. It's about this kind of like a secret agency that works for the government, and they deal with anything like supernatural, paranormal kind of stuff. And there's this house that's like a gateway to like all these other portals to different dimensions. And this detective locates this girl who has dealt with this kind of stuff, but she doesn't want to do it anymore. But she's compelled to help him because apparently her father is trapped in one of these portholes. So kind of stoked to read this. Hopefully I love this. I'm sure I'll really like it and I'll want to pick up the next book. But pretty stoked to read this one. Heck yeah, heck yeah. And then I also got Swift to Chase by Laird Barron. This is an author that I've been hearing his name for the past 4 years, and I have yet to read anything by him, and I suck at life for it because I've heard only good things about him. This is a short story compilation, but all of them have to do with living in Alaska. All the stories, it's just so varied. There's one that's like a cyborg dog, and some that are just really typical spooky stories, but it just seems really cool. And Alaska is kind of scary because you think of movies and comics like 30 Days of Night, where it's only night for a long time and it's very dark, and on top of that there's just not many people that live in Alaska, and it's so much wilderness and unexplored territory that who knows what's really in those woods, you know what I'm saying? Some damn Sam Squatches. But anyways, I got a few more books, but these are the ones I was particularly stoked about. But yeah, so be on the lookout for my reviews for these Mamma Jammas. And thank you for watching, and subscribe to follow me on my blog. Link will be below. You can add me on Instagram, add me on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter though. I don't know how to. I just don't think that all my thoughts are that important. But yeah, get at me, fam. What up? So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.